If you're looking for a new handheld ham radio, you'll notice that there are more models than ever. But which ones really stand out? In this video, I picked the 3 best HTs. One if you're looking for a budget but decent radio, another one if you're looking for the best of the best and don't care about money, and finally, the best choice for the average user. You can check availability and the current prices in the description. So let's start first with our pick for the best budget handheld ham radio, the Baofeng BF F8 HP Pro. Right from the moment you power up the BF F8 HP Pro, it sets itself apart from the older BF F8 HP in several ways. For starters, the newer Pro version covers 3 bands, 70 centimeter, 1.25 meter, and 2 meter, whereas its predecessor was limited to just 2 meter and 70 centimeter. This extra coverage on 1.25 meter alone makes a big difference if you need more flexibility, especially for local repeaters in the 220 MHz range. Another notable change is the built-in GPS receiver, which replaces the traditional flashlight found on the older BF F8 HP. Although some operators might miss having a light, the new GPS feature allows location sharing with preset contacts, making it especially handy for group outings or search and rescue work. Performance is where this Pro version truly outdoes the classic BF F8 HP. Baofeng advertises 8 watts on 70 centimeter and 2 meter, and 5 watts on 1.25 meter, but power tests in both sources showed the BF F8 HP Pro can exceed those numbers. On 2 meter, it pushes around 11 watts, and on 70 centimeter, it hit around 9 watts, both higher than what the older BF F8 HP managed in typical real-world usage. Add to that about 5.5 to 5.7 watts on 1.25 meter, and you've got a radio that delivers more punch in a similar handheld form factor. In terms of build quality, you'll notice the sturdier housing and better battery locking compared to the older version. The Pro also ships with a 2500 mAh battery that charges via USB-C, a convenient leap forward from the older micro USB or charging cradle methods. Additionally, you get IP54 splash and dust protection, something that previous BF F8 HP didn't widely advertise. This extra ruggedness, while not waterproof, is more than adequate for handling typical outdoor scenarios. Another reason why this is one of the best Baofeng offerings and our choice for the best budget handheld ham radio is the improved programming and usability features. You can store up to 1,000 channels, and Baofeng introduced zones, so you can group repeaters or channels together for faster navigation. While the original BF F8 HP had the standard Baofeng menu, it lacked these advanced grouping and zone options. The Pro also has what Baofeng calls firmware update capability, suggesting they can patch bugs or add features over time. It's a significant advantage over the older models, which typically stay locked to their factory firmware. Now, the Pro isn't flawless. One issue is its harmonic output on the 2 meter band, reported to only be about 8.9 decibels below the main signal. That's a bit higher than ideal and could be a concern for stricter emission standards. Even so, many users find it a worthy trade-off given its tri-band coverage, bigger battery capacity, and feature-rich design. You still get standard Baofeng quirks like average performing stock antennas, so investing in an aftermarket whip might help if you want to maximize range and clarity. Considering everything, the BF F8 HP Pro pulls ahead with real upgrades, tri-band capability, GPS, strong casing, and higher tested wattage. If you're looking for a well-rounded analog model that offers more than the usual 2-band choices, this is currently Baofeng's most exciting option. It improves upon the older BF F8 HP on nearly all fronts, which is why I consider it the best budget HT right now. To sum up what I like is the tri-band coverage, 2 meter, 70 centimeter, 1.25 meter, the higher than advertised wattage, GPS location sharing, larger 2500 mAh battery with USB-C charging, and zones feature and firmware update support. On the downside, harmonic on 2 meter could be better. Stock antenna remain mediocre, no built-in flashlight, and switching zones requires extra menu steps. Before we continue to the best premium handheld ham radio, it would really help us continue making more videos if you support us by just hitting the like button and subscribe, or even with a comment, so that we know if you like it or if there's something we can do to improve next time. I promise it costs nothing, just a few seconds. So now, let's continue with the best premium HT, which is the Kenwood THD75A. The Kenwood THD75A is one of the heavy hitters in the handheld ham radio world. If you're eyeing a premium option, this radio's price tag might make you pause, since you will usually find it above $700. Yeah, it's steep, but stick with me here because the thing packs a punch that cheaper radios like the Yaesu FT5D or even the ICOM ID52 can't quite match in some areas. Let's see what makes this premium HT stand out. First off, the build quality screams Kenwood. It's got that solid, rugged feel in your hand, like it's ready to take a beating and keep on ticking. The audio, it's loud, punchy, and crystal clear, whether you're transmitting or listening through the speaker. Compared to its predecessor, the THD74, that sounds a noticeable upgrade. Perfect if you're chatting in noisy environments. You won't find that kind of audio finesse in budget radios, and even the ID52 doesn't quite hit this level of wow. Now, features. This radio's a multitasker. You've got APRS with built-in GPS and a TNC that decodes packets like a champ. Pair it with your phone over Bluetooth and you're tracking signals effortlessly. D-Star's here too, with smooth digital voice and reflector access. Though I'll be real, it's not leaps ahead of the ID52's D-Star game. Plus, it's a wideband receiver pulling in HF, VHF, and UHF. Want to listen to shortwave on vacation? You can, though don't expect miracles on HF. It's a bit deaf there unless you tweak the antenna. Still, for VHF, UHF, it's a beast, hitting 2 meter, 1.25 meter, and 70 centimeter with 5 watts of power. The display's a full-color triflective TFT, readable in sunlight, which is clutch outdoors. It's smaller than the ID52 screen, sure, but it gets the job done without squinting. Buttons? They're clicky and responsive, with a big PTT that feels satisfying to press. And that USB-C port? It charges and programs the radio. Way more modern than those micro USB on older models. Compare that to the FT5D and you're getting a lot more versatility for the extra cash. But that's not perfect. The menu system's a carryover from the THD74. And honestly, it's clunky. I'd take the ID52 setup any day. Battery life's short too. If you're transmitting a lot, you'll need a spare. And here's my biggest gripe. No FM repeater search in the near repeater function. Just D-Star. That's a miss when the ID52 covers both. Oh, and no IP waterproof rating? For the price, I'd expect it to handle a rain shower without me sweating bullets. So why is it the best premium pick? You're getting a do-it-all radio, APRS, D-Star, wideband reception, and Kenwood's legendary audio in one package. The FT5D's cheaper but skips D-Star and some bells and whistles. The ID52 is a contender, but you'd need another radio for APRS, pushing your cost higher. If you want top-tier quality and don't mind the quirks, the THD75A is your rig. Worth upgrading from a D74? No, unless you crave that extra digital punch. To sum up what I like is the awesome audio quality, which is loud and clear. APRS, GPS, and D-Star in one radio. Solid build, it feels premium, and the USB-C charging and programming. On the downside, it's expensive, clunky menu system, short battery life, and there's no FM repeater search or waterproofing. Finally, for our top pick, we have the Yaesu FT60R. Despite being superseded by newer models with more advanced features, Yaesu FT60R is still highly regarded by many for its robustness and reliability. This has earned it an enviable reputation among many enthusiasts, especially outdoor operators, due to its rugged die-cast casing. It offers up to 5 watts of transmission power in the frequency range of 144 MHz and 430 MHz amateur bands, and it also provides a wideband receive coverage of the UHF, VHF TV bands, AM broadcast band, and a vast range of public safety frequencies. Besides that, this dual-band handheld transceiver also boasts several new features, including an emergency automatic identification system, enhanced paging and code squelch, and a security password feature. While it isn't fully waterproof, it is made of a rugged die-cast water-resistant casing, making it incredibly durable. The keypad is backlit, allowing you to see the keys well when you're using the radio in low-light environments. There is also a lamp button, which illuminates the backlight, and there are 2 programmable keys, which allow quick access to frequently used setup options. For the display, this ham radio features a large alphanumeric LCD display that contains lots of valuable operating status details. The LCD display is larger characters for ease of viewing. Setting up the FT60R is a breeze, as all you'll need to do is screw the antenna in place, insert the battery, and you're done. It features 1,000 memory channels, 9 DTMF audio dialer memories, and 10 memory banks. You're not limited to the number of channels you can scan and store in the DTMF memory bank, so that the radio can automatically dial them. You also can program 2 of the keypad's keys with functions that you frequently use for easy access. The FT60R provides signal transmission coverage of between 122 to 148 MHz and the 430-520 MHz band under normal circumstances. It also offers a wide band reception between 108 to 520 MHz and 700 to 900 MHz. Let's talk about the battery now. It comes equipped with a 7.2-volt FNB 83 1400 mAh nickel metal hydride battery, which allows up to 12 hours of continuous operation. When flat, it takes about 4 hours of charging to get the battery fully charged using a drop-in rapid charger, or up to 10 hours with an AC-DC slow charger. FT60R is pretty easy to use since it comes with a user-friendly operation manual with simple step-by-step instructions to guide you with each process. To sum up, the Yaesu FT60R could be an excellent option for those looking for a rugged yet inexpensive ham radio for operating in tough environments. It could also be a suitable choice for those who are just starting out on ham and want a portable transceiver that's easy to operate and program. Overall, it's no wonder why this ham radio is so popular, and it's a great option if you can find it for sale. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, this helped you figure out which is the best HT radio for you. Remember, you can check prices in the description below. And if you're interested in more radio reviews and suggestions, be sure to check out more of our videos. Before you go, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to stay updated, and let me know your opinion and suggestions in the comments. Have an awesome day.